"32 years have passed since the Great War. The Shivans vanished half a lifetime ago. And now, we live in the mausoleum of history. We inherit the legacy of ghosts who haunt these ruins. The elders call us the Lost Generation. I remember stories of a glorious civilization, of cities with spires that reached the sun, of a blue planet with vast seas, of people with myths of humanity everlasting, of children who saw in the embers of dying stars the destiny of their race. And they hurled themselves into the void of space with no fear. They say our people have no present, only a past filled with horror. And a future they can only dream of. Now we forge a new alliance to guard the tomb of space and find within its cold expanse the salvation of our race.
And I'd like to welcome those of you guys to my very craptastic presentation of FreeSpace 2. So, 32 years ago, Earth lost contact with all of its other colonies because a big lobster craft was blown up inside a corridor. And unfortunately, they did not have any other means of contacting those colonies or reaching them because they didn't have anything else resembling faster than light travel. And once upon a time, when I finished FS1, I said, "Fuck you, kids. This is what happens a generation later when those kids are utterly fucked."
Welcome to Vega, Ensign. I'm Captain Cohaagen, Squadron Leader of the 53rd Hammerheads. You've been assigned to our unit. The Hammerheads are a space superiority squadron. We'll be flying the Myrmidon fighter, developed to replace the old GTF Ulysses. The Myrmidon is a Terran Vasudin design and a versatile ship with high marks for speed, maneuverability, armor, and loadout. The 53rd Hammerheads were formed during the Great War. At the time, we served on board the GTD Bastion, the finest ship in the history of Terran space travel. You may not know this, but the pilots who destroyed the ST Lucifer in 2335 were based on the Bastion, and some were even Hammerheads. With the 53rd, you're part of a long and proud tradition. When the explosion of the Lucifer collapsed the jump node to the Sol system and severed all contact with Earth, Command transferred the Bastion to the 4th Fleet in Vega. Since then, we've called Vega our home. Now Command has decommissioned the Bastion and reassigned its squadrons to the newer Hecate destroyers. We'll be joining the GTD Aquitaine, flagship of the 3rd Fleet, Capella. The Aquitaine will be here in 36 hours. In the meantime, it would be advisable to review your training. We have all the simulator modules you'll need for the Myrmidon fighter. These modules will give you a refresher course on such basics as your head-up display, throttle controls, and targeting. If you need to review your training, now would be a good time to do so. Because this is your first combat assignment, you'll be authorized to carry the standard armaments: the Subak HL-7, the Tempest Dumbfire, and the Rockeye heat-seeking missile. These weapons are covered in the training modules and in the tech room database. As you gain experience in combat, you will be authorized to use more advanced weaponry. Good luck, pilot, and welcome again to the 53rd.
I'm gonna skip some of the training here, if not all of it, because I already went through the training gauntlet in FS1.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-103C, Class C qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with basic targeting, throttle, and weapon systems. TSM units are approved for use as part of the GTVA combat training program or as a review for qualified pilots. The TSM series is not intended as a substitute for actual field training.
Nah, next. I'm gonna go to like Class A training if I can help it.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-103B Class B qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with advanced targeting controls, weapon systems, and rearming procedures.
Just skip to graduation day, please.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-103A Class A qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with dogfighting techniques. Welcome to Module TSM-103A, pilot. Don't touch the controls until you are told to do so. You will fail this session if you do not follow instructions carefully. This simulation will cover dogfighting techniques. You will be required to use many of the skills you learned in the preceding modules, such as targeting, matching speed, and primary and secondary weapons control. Begin by targeting my fighter. You can either use you'll notice as I move, a circular indicator moves in front of my ship. That is the lead indicator. It shows you where you need to fire your primary weapon to hit your target. Now, target the drone. You can use your basic targeting control or your hostile. The target box in the lower left-hand corner of the HUD displays the distance to and hull integrity of your target. Your target's hull strength is also shown in the lower part of your reticle. As I shoot the drone, watch its hull integrity drop slowly. A good dogfighting tactic is matching. Good. Your throttle can be set to automatically match the speed of your target, even as your targets change. Use your auto matching control to toggle this feature on or off. Good. You should be on the move at all times during a dogfight. Now, destroy the drone. Don't forget, you also have missiles. 2 new unarmed drones have arrived. Destroy both of them. Remember to match their speed. An easy way to target new... Good job! This drone is armed. It will start firing upon you in 10 seconds. Destroy it. Now comes the fun part. 5 pairs of armed drones will jump in. Destroy as many as you can.
I always have to forget what the... to remember with the Myrmidon, I have to aim above the reticle. Choo-choo! I really should just ditch the HOTAS and just use a single joystick. I'm just going to be using the handbrake key like all the time. Probably have one of these buttons on my joystick be the handbrake button. Yeah, the decelerate key, I just call it the handbrake. Ka-choo, ka-choo, ka-choo.
Great job, pilot. You have successfully qualified on the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. Engage your subspace drive.
Yep, we made it past graduation day.
Congratulations, pilot. You have successfully completed TSM-103A, Class A qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter.
Yeah, let me know if I have to kick up the voices a little bit, because, or if I have to kick up the music, either. Anyway, welcome to FreeSpace 2, starring Ronny Cox and Robert Loggia.
This is Admiral Petrarch, Commanding Officer of the GTD Aquitaine. For those squadrons joining us here in Vega, welcome aboard. With a complement of 150 combat spacecraft, the Aquitaine serves as flagship of the GTVA 3rd Fleet based in the Capella system. You join an elite crew of 10,000, the finest officers and enlisted personnel serving the Alliance today.
I'm not talking about my audio, I'm talking about the game music and in-game audio.
After 18 months of fighting, Admiral Bosch's Neo-Terran front has become the most significant threat to regional security since the Great War ended 32 years ago. The NTF demands the independence of their systems and the revocation of the Beta-Aquila Convention, or BATAC. The BATAC Treaty centralized power of the GTVA as the supreme authority in Terran Vasudan space. Integral to NTF ideology is Bosch's vision of Neo-Terra. A utopian society where the lost grandeur of Earth will be restored. Bosch and his followers oppose any alliance with the Vasudans as a threat to the future of the human race. The rebels are entrenched in Polaris, Regulus, and Sirius. But before we hit these strongholds, we must secure Epsilon Pegasi, Alpha Centauri, and Deneb. These contested systems are now the focal point of Allied operations. Allied Command has ordered the Aquitaine into the Deneb system. There, we will reinforce the 13 Vasudan battle group, led by the GVD Samtic. Both the NTF and the GTVA have sustained heavy casualties in the battle for Deneb. In the past 72 hours, we have lost the GVC Andromeda, the GTC Trafalgar, and over 15 fighter wings. Command anticipates the arrival of the Aquitaine and the Samtic will shift the battle for Deneb in our favor and force the NTF to withdraw to Sirius.
The one thing that when I think of Admiral Petrarch is, if you've watched Independence Day, just think of General Gray. That about suits it.
This is Captain Lukacs, Squadron Leader of the 53rd Hammerheads. At 0320 hours, the Aquitaine entered the Deneb system. Admiral Petrarch launched fighter and bomber wings as part of an all-out attack against NTF positions throughout the system. He has kept the Hammerheads on standby until now. A situation is developing near the inhabited planet of Cygnus Prime. We have over 100,000 Vasudan refugees fleeing their colonies in transports. Allied ships are rescuing the Vasudans as quickly as possible, though the logistics of this operation leave many refugees still vulnerable to rebel attack. At 0545, we received a distress signal from a refugee convoy 900 clicks, or kilometers, from the outer orbit of Cygnus Prime. The Vasudans responded with a wing of Serapis fighters, designated Epsilon, which have just called in for reinforcements. Alpha Wing, you're going in. Because these transports do not have jump drives, you must protect the convoy until a recovery ship arrives. With all warships engaged and other convoys in dire need of protection, we do not know when a craft will become available. Command will keep you updated and send in reinforcements as needed.
Okay, we're on Rebel Transport Protection. Oh wait, no, Friendly Transport Protection. More rock guys for me. Don't need that many Tempests. Alright, do want some snapshot firing. Well, it helps that the rock guys actually can hurt things relatively, well, relative to the NX-50, that is.
Alpha 2 here. I have a visual on the convoy, 1,500 meters dead ahead. The escort wing is down 2 fighters. Iota Transports, this is Alpha Wing of the 53rd Hammerheads, GTD Aquitaine. We have orders to protect your convoy. What's your status? Over.
Alpha Wing, we have lost 3 transports to the rebel attack. The surviving vessels have sustained moderate damage. We anticipate the rebels will return in greater force.
They'll be back.
Hang in there, Iota. Command will send a recovery craft as soon as possible. All right, Alpha, let's get to work. We must defend these transports until a recovery ship arrives.
The Sand People will return, and in greater numbers. My sense of timing is shit.
Sensors picking up incoming hostiles. A wing of Hercs closing in.
Alpha 1 and 2 intercept those fighters. We will defend the transports.
I really need to stop running into other fighters. Shit will get me killed playing X-Wing or TIE Fighter.
Reading hostile indicators.
And unfortunately, in FS2, all hostile wing names are just zodiac signs.
Reading hostile indicators.
Nothing mythical, unfortunately.
Bandits incoming!
Wait a minute, the AI isn't
We
that
have
close,
transmitted your
Mandy.
coordinates to the GVD Samtic. The vessel should be exiting subspace momentarily.
Welcome to FSO.
Command, this is the GVD Samtic. We have arrived at the designated coordinates.
The NTCV Belisarius, a Deimos-class corvette, has run our blockade of the Sirius jump node. We are now tracking the vessel through subspace. We have vectored its course to your immediate vicinity.
Acknowledged, Command. We will intercept the target.
Incoming jump signature. It's the Belisarius.
Missile banks depleted. Calling in support.
Gunnery control. Power up photon beam cannons. Commence plasma core insertion.
All units stand clear of the Samtic and Belisarius.
Belisarius, this is the GVD Samtic. You are ordered to power down and surrender.
Negative, Vasudin. The NTF is the only legitimate authority in this system.
Surrender or be destroyed, Belisarius. This is your final warning.
Your posturing insults us both, Vasudin. I will not give up my ship.
As you wish. Gunnery control. Open fire.
Belisarius objective has been neutralized.
Now deploying wings Zeta and Theta. You are in need of your escort, Alpha Wing.
Mission accomplished, Alpha. Return to base. Well done, pilots.
Iota, you are cleared for docking.
Roger that, Samtic. Moving into position now.
Good work, pilot. You held off the rebel attack and saved both Vasudin transports from destruction. Your squad mates and I all agree you'll make a fine addition to the 53rd Hammerheads. Command reports that 75% of the refugees have been recovered with few casualties. The remaining 25% are under Allied protection and will be rescued shortly. We've also won major victories against the NTF. The NTD Jacobus and the NTC Hengst have been destroyed, and our blockades of the Alpha Centauri and Sirius jump nodes has isolated the rebel fleet. Furthermore, 600,000 ground troops will soon land on the surface of Cygnus Prime in our effort to retake the planet. Prepare for your next mission, pilot. The battle for Deneb is not over yet.
How many ground troops, huh? Wonder if it's gonna be a mass landing like Starship Troopers.
Command has ordered the 53rd Hammerheads to secure an NTF depot in the Deneb asteroid belt. 6 sentry guns are positioned around the depot, and rebel freighters are now moving the cargo out of the area. The NTF has gone through a lot of trouble to hide these materials. Alpha 1, your mission is to seek and destroy all targets of opportunity, including freighters, cargo, and sentry guns. Beta Wing will scan the cargo. Recon sighted a wing of Loki's guarding the depot, so prioritize these bandits. Do not underestimate the importance of this mission, pilot. A depot raid won't win you any medals, but it can be just as vital as taking down a cruiser or corvette. We must sever rebel supply lines if we want to achieve a decisive victory.
Okay.
Okay, Alpha Wing, let's take out the fighters and freighters. Beta will scan the cargo. Watch those sentry guns. Beta Wing, target cargo units and close in to scan. Optimal distance is 150 meters. Alpha 1 and Alpha 3, you target the fighters. Stay focused on those Lokis.
Command, we got a problem here. We can't scan the cargo.
Run a diagnostic, Beta. Are your sensors malfunctioning?
Negative. There's some kind of shielding on these units. Our sensors can't penetrate. Show us how it's done, sir.
Acknowledged, Beta. Abort the scan and engage the enemy.
What about a recovery out?
Negative, Beta. Command will not risk recovery in that asteroid belt.
Bandits incoming!
We're facing multiple bandits here. That cargo must be vital.
IFF confirmed. Hostiles inbound.
We have secured the depot, Command. All bandits have been neutralized. Alpha and Beta, destroy the cargo unit.
Hold on, Alpha. Long-range sensors are picking up another hostile target 3 kilometers from your position.
I'm reading nothing here, Command.
We're detecting a faint EM signature from one of the asteroids. Transmitting coordinates now.
I'm still not getting a clear reading. There's too much interference.
There should be a flashing red blip on the radar screen of your HUD. Maneuver your fighter until this blip is centered in the radar. This will point you in the right direction.
It's a large asteroid, Command, with some kind of structure built into the surface.
Let's take a closer look. Proceed with caution, pilots.
A nice glowing city-sized asteroid in the distance.
Turrets and a fighter bay. It must be a rebel installation.
We're scrambling bomber wings now. Destroy that base, pilots.
Must destroy the rebel base.
Delta Wing now in position. Command, I'm picking up incoming hostiles.
Engage and destroy those fighters. We need to clear a path for Delta Wing.
This is Admiral Bosch of the Neo-Terran Front. Allied fighters, break off your attack.
Command, the rebel leader is on that base.
Disregard that transmission, Alpha. Admiral Bosch is in the Polaris system. This must be a decoy.
If you destroy this installation, you sign the death warrant of our race. I demand unfettered access to the Sirius jump node.
There will be no negotiations, Bosch.
Show us how it's done, sir.
Listen to me. If my safety is guaranteed, I'll withdraw my forces from Deneb.
Pilots, destroy that installation. You have your orders.
IFS confirmed. Hostiles inbound.
I thought I saw the last of these guys from Silent Threat.
Watch your back, pilot!
The asteroid is breaking apart, Command.
That's not an installation. Disable the engines of that warship. Do not let them escape.
There's no time, Command. The vessel is powering up in subspace.
Ow, 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 ow.
All hostile fighters have been neutralized, Command.
Bosch and his warship have jumped. This mission is over, Alpha. Return to base.
Yeah, coming from Tachyon the Fringe and some other games, it's kind of shocking when it's like, oh yeah, your fighter can't just destroy a capital ship so easily. Or, you know, destroy their subsystems rather easily either.
Command has issued no official explanation for Admiral Bosch's presence in the Deneb system. The hidden base and the shielded cargo units only compound the mystery of the Admiral's agenda. Under the circumstances, there was nothing you could have done to stop the escape of Bosch's command frigate, designated the NTF Iceni. Intelligence has also learned the Neo-Terran Front is working on a secret project known only as ETAC, possibly a weapon of mass destruction. By destroying all cargo units in the depot, we disrupted Bosch's research. Intelligence has tracked Admiral Bosch's command frigate, the NTF Iceni, through subspace. We have vectored its course to the Sirius jump node. The 53rd is being scrambled to seek and destroy the Iceni before it escapes Deneb. We have pre-assigned your loadout, and your fighters are now standing by. Report to the flight deck pronto.
Engage full burners and intercept the Iceni. They are 2 kilometers from the Sirius jump node.
Command, we're 5 clicks from that Corvette. Those coordinates you gave us were bogus. We don't stand a chance of catching that ship.
You have your orders, pilot.
Command, where's the blockade? Why isn't the Alliance guarding this node?
Our line of defense has been reprioritized for engagements elsewhere in the system.
Not even 2 piddly cruisers. Not even 2.
I regret your efforts to intercept us have failed, pilots. Would be well advised to question the wisdom of your leaders. Helm, engage subspace drive.
The Iceni has jumped. I repeat, the Iceni has jumped.
Acknowledged, pilot.
Request a status brief, Command. What the hell is going on here?
You're out of line, pilot.
Out of line? I don't think so. We're risking our lives out here. We deserve a straight answer.
You can discuss this at your debriefing. We now have reports that rebel vessels are heading for the jump node. Stand by for mission update. Command out.
Damn it! Command let Bosch escape! What are you talking about? They pulled the blockade. They gave us the wrong coordinates. There's no other explanation. Why? Why would they let him go? You tell me, pilot. I'm informed on a need-to-know basis. Stand down. We're on your side here. Why did we attack the Iceni? Why did we destroy that cargo? I can live with being a pawn if the game makes sense.
Inbound freighters with Loki escort. These targets escape the asteroid depot. Destroy those ships before they reach the node.
Beta Wing here. Target acquired and closing in.
Yep, in FreeSpace 2, trust no one. And we actually do mean no one.
There's one freighter left. Let's finish the job.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Now, please stand by. Two NTF cruisers have jumped in. The NTC Glorious and the NTC Impervious. They are heading for the node. Eliminate the fighter escort pilots. We'll deploy the Samtic to handle the cruisers. Those cruisers have anti-fighter beams with an effective range of 1,500 meters. Lure the escort away from the cruisers before you engage.
And the question is, can you play through FreeSpace 2 without taking hull damage? I'm gonna say with those beams, the answer is no.
On your six! On your six!
Station.
That's a Lilith-sized nut to crack.
Ordnance depleted. Rearming complete, sir. You're good to go.
The impervious objective has been neutralized. Return to base, pilots. The Aquitaine is shipping out.
I guess Allied Command at Alpha 2 is dead. One less person to yap about him.
Admiral Bosch's command frigate reached the Sirius jump node. I have received no explanation either on or off the record for what happened out there. I assume we'll be informed on a need-to-know basis. Good job neutralizing those fighters and freighters. You've served the 53rd Hammerheads well. Your performance in this last mission proves you have what it takes to be an ace pilot. I've recommended your transfer to the 107th Ravens. They lost many good officers in Deneb, and they could use someone with your talents. They're a top-notch unit. I know you'll make us proud. Good luck with your new assignment, pilot. Command has ordered the Aquitaine to return to the Capella system. Admiral Petrarch will address the crew at 0630.
Yeah, slap everything under a need-to-know basis, or classify it for the next 25 years. Everything's classified.
Welcome to the 107th Ravens, pilot. I'm Lieutenant Samza, Squadron Leader. As you know, the Aquitaine is now en route to the Gamma Draconis system. The details of the situation there have been classified at the highest level, so I'm as much in the dark as you are. The Admiral will brief the crew when we reach 3rd Fleet Headquarters in Capella. The 107th is a heavy assault squadron, so our fighter of choice is the Hercules Mark II. Implementing advances in fusion drive technology, the Mark II improves the assault fighter's speed and maneuverability without sacrificing loadout. The Herc has only 2 missile banks, but its ordnance capacity is greater than the Myrmidons. The original Herc won the Great War, so we're proud to carry on the tradition. I recommend that you review the Herc 2 training modules before the Aquitaine arrives in Capella. These modules review advanced tactics, such as countermeasures and energy management. The Herc 2 is slower than the Myrmidon you've been flying with the 53rd, so learn how to evade missiles and equalize shields. These skills will help you push your fighter to the limits. Master them, and the life you save may be your own. According to your file, you are now authorized to use the GTW-5A Prometheus R, the GTM-19 Harpoon, and the GTM-4 Hornet missile. The Prometheus R is a retrofit of a cannon developed during the Great War. After the Alliance lost contact with Earth, we lacked materials required for mass production, so engineers developed this retrofit version. The Prometheus packs a bigger wallop than the Subak HL-7, but it will drain your power reserves with extended use. The Harpoon and the Hornet are both aspect-seeking missiles. While the Harpoon fires individual warheads, the Hornet launches a swarm of 4 projectiles, 8 if you're in double-fire mode. The training modules cover the proper technique for firing aspect-seeking missiles, so be sure to review that section carefully. That's all for now, pilot. The Aquitaine will arrive in Capella in 4 hours.
I usually give Hornets to my teammates, so they'll eat cruisers and freighters for lunch. I usually like going full Harpoons for me. So if there's a bunch of freighters there, then I'll consider bringing Harpoons. I mean, Hornets.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-107M, Advanced Qualification for the Hercules Mark II Heavy Assault Fighter.
I really do not want to be evading missiles in that brick.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-107SE, Advanced Qualification for the Hercules Mark II Heavy Assault Fighter.
I mean, the only thing you really need to learn from the training modules is how to aspect seek and how to target subsystems. Well, also equalizing shields, but still.
To the officers and crew of the GTD Aquitaine, this is Admiral Petrarch. At 0115 hours, we received a transmission from 3rd Fleet Headquarters. A Sheevan cruiser and 3 fighter wings ambushed and destroyed the GTC Vigilant as it patrolled the Gamma Draconis jump node in the Capella system. Command deployed the GTD Carthage and GBC Dashor, though these vessels neutralized the immediate threat. All Allied units now in a state of enhanced vigilance.
Let me know if you need me to kick up the voice audio.
Command has ordered the Aquitaine to to spearhead the operation in Gamma Draconis as we investigate the origin and extent of this incursion. Gamma Draconis is a remote, uninhabited system discovered shortly before the outbreak of the Great War. The system has no planets, no viable resources. GTSC Erickson visited the system 15 years ago and reported nothing out of the ordinary.
Affirmative.
Recon flights in Gamma Draconis detected activity near an uncharted jump node. Closer examination has revealed this node is not a natural phenomenon, but a massive subspace portal of unknown origin. We do not know why the Erickson failed to detect the portal when it last visited the system. This device may have been inactive and therefore invisible to long-range sensors, or it may be of recent construction. The Shivan vessels that destroyed the Vigilant were not of any class encountered in the Great War. The light cruiser, designated Rakshasa, and the fighters designated Mara have been added to your onboard database. This is our first contact with this species in over 3 decades. Our objectives are clear. We must secure Gamma Draconis, or face annihilation a second time.
This is Lieutenant Samsa, squadron leader of the 107th Ravens. Here's the situation. The GTD Aquitaine entered Gamma Draconis at 1640. The flagship will defend the Capella node as we advance to secure the system. Recon discovered a Shivan supply depot near the subspace portal, and this will be our target. Command believes the Shivans are preparing for a more aggressive attack on Capella. The SC Behemoth, a Rakshasa-class cruiser, guards the depot with a wing of Mara fighters. Enemy freighters are entering the system, dropping their cargo and departing through the portal. Your mission, pilot, is to execute a clean sweep of the area. Your primary target will be the Mara fighters. Once the escorts are down, destroy the Behemoth and any freighters in the vicinity. You'll need to hold down the fort until we deploy the Carthage and Dashor. After you secure the area, we'll send Wings Delta and Epsilon to relieve you.
Okay, full Hercules Mark IIs. That's for what we're gonna do. No. Prometheus R's aren't really that good a gun. They're really pop gunny. I'd say even worse than the ML16. That. That's for me. Switch these around. Subbox as well. Twin Subbox for our wing leads, and everyone else gets. Hang on, I screwed this up. Reset everything. Do that. Switch that around. Need a few more harpoons. Cool.
Command, this is Alpha 2. We're in. I've got a visual on the subspace portal.
Yes, sir. Breaking to attack.
How many hostiles in sensor range?
One wing of Maras closing in fast. The Behemoth is 2.5 clicks out. 2 freighters and half a dozen cargo units are in the depot area.
Destroy those fighters. The Shivans will send reinforcements, so let's secure this area as quickly as possible.
The Maras are too fast. I can't get a lock. Objective neutralized.
Is this what you wished for? Maras are slick, but a double harpoon will do them.
Pilots. Behemoth objective
closing in fast. The Behemoth is 2.5 clicks out. 2 freighters and half a dozen cargo units are in the depot area.
Destroy those fighters. The Shivas will send reinforcements, so let's secure this area as quickly as possible.
The Mars are too fast. I can't get a lock.
Well, that's because we're all piloting relatively heavy craft. I think I blew the cargo on it. That might have been why.
Incoming jump signature. Hostile configuration. Excellent work, pilots. Behemoth objective neutralized.
I don't want them neutral, I want them dead! Ow! Ah, damn it, I was too close.
Area secure, Command. Standing by for further orders.
Deploying hold your position, pilots. We are now deploying the Carthage and the Dashur.
Command, we've got 4 or 5 hostile wings coming through the portal. Rearming, we've got a new fighter class here. Designation Astaroth. Where's the Carthage? We need reinforcements ASAP, Command!
Take evasive action, pilots. Help is on the way.
Objective neutralized. There's too many of them! Send in the Carthage or get us out of here!
The Carthage and Dashur will emerge from subspace momentarily. Stand by.
This is the GTD Carthage. What's your status?
Shivas have broken off their attack. They're heading for the Carthage.
Jump signatures from subspace port.
A King-class warship has entered the system. SD Goliath.
I do hate these
Check your
games. You do remember the one cutscene from FreeSpace 1 where that Terran Marine crew tried to get inside a Shiva freighter, right? In Antares?
Get this bandit off me! Missile banks depleted, calling in support. Help me!
just gonna be dead.
All hostiles have been neutralized. Now deploying Delta and Epsilon Wing. Alpha, you may return to base.
Delta Wing, now in position.
Epsilon Wing standing by. Transmit orders.
You survived your first sortie against the Shivans. Though we had only a small opposing force to contend with, survival is half the battle. The COs of both the Carthage and Dashore commend our squadron for the outstanding cover we provided. The Shivan Kane cruiser and its complement of fighters might have destroyed these vessels had we not intervened. Well done, pilot. A joint Terran-Vasudin task force under the direction of Dr. Mina Hargrove is now studying the subspace portal. We expect a preliminary report in a few hours. For preserving the systems of the Galactic Terran-Vasudin Alliance from Shivan invasion, you are hereby awarded the Allied Defense Citation.
Yeah, sometimes getting medals in this is a bit easier than usual actual combat flight sims. Remember Jane's USAF, the Battle of Salzburg. You had to, 1, complete the mission, 2, you had to lose no more than 2 wingmen if you wanted to get the medal. Or was it 1? I forgot.
With the Gamma Draconis system secure, a task force of Terran and Vasudin scientists is now examining the subspace portal. At this point, the scientists have ruled out the possibility the device is of Shivan origin. Dr. Mina Hargrove, leader of the research team, has issued a report of his preliminary findings. An excerpt of this report follows.
The subspace portal is unlike any Shivan construction we have yet encountered. Though Shivans demonstrate considerable diversity as a species, all Shivan technology possesses certain distinctive properties. None is present in the subspace device, which means we must look elsewhere for the portal's origin. We do know that the device is very, very old, on the order of several thousand years.
The field generated by the interlocking movement of the portal's components creates a subspace vortex, connecting one part of the universe to another. Dr. Hargrove theorizes that whoever built this device may have used it to stabilize a jump node on the verge of collapse. Dr. Hargrove is correct. This technology is a tremendous discovery. By constructing our own portal, we might be able to reopen the Sol jump node in Delta Serpentis. Since the destruction of the Lucifer caused the node to collapse 32 years ago, Earth has remained isolated from the GTVA. We might also be able to stabilize subspace nodes that are currently too volatile for travel, thus creating routes to systems previously unexplored. Our military operation will focus on what lies on the other side of the subspace portal. Must determine where the node leads and the extent of the Shivan presence there. Above all, we must prevent the Shivans from returning to Gamma Draconis. Because the portal will remain active while the research team studies the technology, our systems are vulnerable to attack. Allied Command has deemed this an acceptable risk given the potential benefits.
At 1540 hours, the GTD Aquitaine entered the subspace portal in Gamma Draconis and jumped to our current position. We have entered a nebula, a vast and dense ionized field, and possibly the remnant of a supernova. We have traveled farther than any Terrans in the history of subspace travel. The nebula has severely limited the Aquitaine's long-range sensors. We are deploying our fighter wings to explore the immediate vicinity and determine the extent of the enemy presence. Each fighter squadron will deploy a flight of 4 wings. Alpha, Zeta, Iota, and Kappa will patrol a series of 4 waypoints. Zeta Wing will lead this sortie, so follow Zeta 1, and do not stray. Be advised the nebula could interfere with your onboard systems. The ionized field will compromise your sensors, even within combat range.
Alright, so we don't get our own waypoints, so no nav beacons to fly through, we just follow them. Yeah, we don't really have our own way markers that are very obvious here. That was one other thing that kind of irked me sometimes, you know, when you're playing X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Sometimes you're just flying around in a pattern, or otherwise you just have to follow an AI pilot. It's why in that game I usually just take like a wingman position, or you know, take the very last spot, so, you know, the wing flight actually dictates where I'm going. So otherwise I'm like, what the hell is my patrol pad supposed to be again? And this is fine enough. Okay, throttle at 0, let's do this.
Iota Wing, you are cleared to take off. Kappa Wing, you have clearance. Zeta Wing, go. Alpha Wing, go.
Alpha, form up on Zeta. Follow Zeta 1's lead to the waypoints.
Okay, Alpha, target my fighter and try to keep up. Boost your engine power and be ready to hit your burns, because we're gonna get through this one fast and clean.
Good luck, pilots. Keep a tight formation and look out for each other. Let's all get home alive.
How are we supposed to get a visual confirmation? I can't see a thing in this mess.
Rather be fighting the NTF if you ask me. I never signed on for hunting Sheevens. Don't kid yourself. We're the ones being hunted, pilot.
Command should shut down that portal and send the Aquitaine back to Deneb. We've got no business being out here.
If Command needs your opinion, they'll promote you to Admiral. Now shut up and focus.
No, and you would get chewed out if you strayed too far from
All
Zeta.
flights report in.
This is Iota 1. Sensors are picking up zilch, Command. We're flying blind out here.
Alpha 2 here. Nothing to report.
This is Zeta 1. All clear.
Kappa Wing, what's your status? Over? Kappa Wing, this is Allied Command. Please respond. Iota Wing, investigate Kappa's last waypoint. The ionized field is interfering with our transmission.
Get the Raven's insignia on here, but not for the other 3 wings, despite the fact that they're supposed to be Ravens too.
I'm picking up something on sensors. I can't get a lock. Hostile targets confirmed! A wing of Manticore is closing fast!
Pilots, destroy those fighters and stay alert. Watch for a flanking maneuver.
No problem, Command. We'll take them down.
on your tail.
All bandits are down, Command. Area secure.
Resume your patrol, pilots.
There's gotta be a base or destroyer in this nebula somewhere. Those fighters couldn't survive out here on their own.
This nebula could be 10 or 20 light years in diameter. Finding a single ship would be impossible.
Unless the Shevens find us first.
Do we have a status update on Kappa Wing?
Negative. No word from Kappa yet. We'll find out in debriefing.
Huh, Iota doesn't have the Raven's insignia, but Zeta does. Gibbs. What gives?
Hostile indicators on radar.
Frickin' Manticores.
Okay, let's get back on patrol. Alpha, follow my lead. Hold on. I got a visual on something big. A cruiser or a corvette.
Do you recognize the configuration? Is it a Rakshasa or a Kane?
Negative, Command. It's a Terran cruiser. Fenris class.
There's no Allied ship authorized in your vicinity. Hail them, pilot.
This is Zeta Wing of the 107th Ravens, GTD Aquitaine. Please identify yourself.
This is Captain Arthur Romig of the GTC Trinity. We have sustained heavy damage, and our jump drive is inoperative. We need immediate assistance.
Your designation is incorrect, Romig. Your ship defected to the NTF 10 days ago. You have been stripped of your rank and citizenship in the GTVA. Surrender the Trinity, or be destroyed.
As captain of the NTC Trinity, I surrender on the condition you get us the hell out of here.
What's your status?
We repelled the Sheevan attack, but engines sustained critical damage. I powered down non-essential systems so the Sheevans wouldn't detect us. We've been drifting ever since.
What's your assessment of the damage?
Some components were destroyed in the attack, but my chief engineer thinks a field repair is possible.
We will send a damage control team with the necessary components. Transmit your diagnostics.
Transmitting now.
What were you doing out here, Romic?
As a prisoner of war, my rights are protected under the Beta Aquila Convention. I will answer no questions, Command.
I thought rebels didn't recognize Baytac.
No, but we do, pilot. Damage control has been deployed. They should be arriving momentarily.
Discovery here, initiating docking procedure. Watch our backs, little friends.
Incoming jump signature. Hostile configuration.
That's a confirmed kill.
Prepare to be boarded, Trinity.
Trinity standing by.
Docking point secure. Okay, Romic, we're taking you and your crew into custody. Follow the drill and no one gets hurt.
More hostiles incoming.
Keep the Sheevans away from the Trinity pilots. That ship won't survive another attack. Give us a time estimate, Discovery.
We can jury-rig a solution in 15 minutes, Command.
I don't think you guys will make it in less than 5.
Can you bring the anti-fighter turrets online?
Negative. We need all power on engines.
Then get on that transport and scuttle the craft.
You need to buy us more time, pilots.
Ah, shit.
Heads up, enemy wing closing in.
We've lost the Trinity. All wings return to base. We're aborting this mission.
Let's get out of here.
You confronted an overwhelming Sheevan force in a hostile environment. Under these circumstances, there was nothing you or anyone else could have done to save the Trinity and our boarding party. You were lucky to survive this sortie, pilot. We have heard nothing from Kappa Wings since they vanished from our sensors. Unfortunately, we must presume the worst. They will be listed MIA unless we find evidence to the contrary. Our search parties have found no trace of these fighters. The presence of the Trinity deep in... What was the Trinity doing out here? And what does Bosch know about the subspace portal? All patrols have uncovered an extensive Sheevan force in the nebula. Command will deploy more warships through the subspace portal to assist with our mission of exploration and containment. Iota and Epsilon wings encountered 2 Sheevan cruisers near our current location. When our reinforcements arrive, we will move against them.
"32 years ago, on the Altair system, Visudan scientists discovered the remnants of an extinct civilization we now call the Ancients. And here we found the secret to defeating the Sheevans. How close did we come to being a footnote in the history of a future species that would happen upon our ruins 10,000 years from now? Would they indulge in the fiction of their own immortality until the Sheevans came for them? And how long had this gone on? Did the Ancients stumble upon the monoliths and the tombs of their predecessors in this distant corner of space, dismissing the warnings carved in the walls of the sepulchre? And when the destroyers came at last, what did the Ancients think as they sifted the cremation of dust and bones, staring into the mute remains for a key? Some solution to their plight. What if there had been countless races, stretching back into infinity, and like the 9 cities of Troy, each civilization had been built on the rubble of one that came before, each annihilated by the Sheevans? The Ancients died 8,000 years ago. As humanity emerged from its Neolithic infancy, they believed their voyage across the sea of stars woke the dragon that slept beneath the waves, that the Sheevans were birthed from the flux of subspace, and their destruction was the revenge of an angry cosmos.
With recent victories on the Civil War front, the GTVA Security Council has authorized the deployment of 2 Deimos-class corvettes into the Nebular Theater of Operations. The Lysander and the Actium crossed the subspace portal in Gamma Draconis at 23:35 hours and joined up with the Aquitane's battle group. On their last sortie, Epsilon and Iota wings encountered 2 Sheevan warships, a Rakshasa-class cruiser designated the Iblis, and a Lilith-class cruiser designated the Azurus. Admiral Petrock has instructed our corvettes to hunt down and destroy these vessels. The 107 will provide fighter cover. Alpha Wing, your mission is to escort the Lysander and the Actium as they carry out this assault. Your first priority will be to eliminate all hostile fighters and bombers. Only then will you assist the corvettes with their strike against the Sheevan warships. If we lose either corvette, you will abort the mission and withdraw from the field immediately.
Okay.
Steady as she goes. Those cruisers are somewhere in this vicinity. We're now converging on their last known position. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Are you reading anything on sensors, Actium?
Negative, Lysander.
If we don't find them, they'll find us. I don't expect we'll be disappointed.
The Sheevans fought nothing but great war relics. We'll show them what firepower is all about. I'm picking up something. A wing of enemy fighters closing in.
Alpha and Beta, intercept those bandits. Keep them off the Lysander and Actium.
A Kane-class cruiser now coming into view.
Confirmed. It's the Azurus. Firing all guns.
No!
Damn it, Tim. Watch that friendly fire.
Avoid the beam and you won't get hit, pilot.
All hostile fighters eliminated. Those Stevens put up a good fight.
Well done, pilot. Delta Corvettes finish off the Azurus, but don't get too close.
We have destroyed the Azurus. That's one more Sheevan cruiser out of circulation.
Okay, let's find that Rakshasa. Continue on your current heading. If you need to rearm pilots, now would be a good time. Deploying support ship now. Please stand by.
With the technology they had 30 years ago, it's a miracle we won the Great War.
No shields, no flak guns, no beam cannons.
You hear about Kappa Wing? Vanished without a trace, 5 clicks from the Aquitaine.
Their patrol found the NTC Trinity, right?
No, mine dead.
Yeah, that was Arthur Romig's ship. Hard to believe he turned traitor. Hey, Command, you gonna tell us what the rebels are doing out here?
You'll be informed on a need-to-know basis, pilot. Now kill the chatter and focus on your mission.
New readings coming up on sensors. Incoming fighters.
Rearming complete, sir.
Okay,
Good to go.
dear pilot, shut the hell up.
A wing of Seraphim is approaching fast. Intercept those bombers.
Giblets now within range. All guns, fire for attack.
Objective neutralized.
The Seraphim are history. Well done, pilots.
Ah, shit.
Check your six. We're almost there. Where? What is it? I can't get a visual.
Command, we have a situation here.
Can you get a closer look, Lysander? The Lysander is down. The Lysander is down. All vessels return to base. We need to regroup. Get out of there, pilots.
Yes, sir. Targeting weapons now.
I copy. Engaging jump
Yes,
drive
sir.
now.
I'm out of here.
The Sheevan warship we encountered has been designated the SD Ravana. Allied forces have been deployed to engage this vessel. Given the number of Sheevan fighters our wings have encountered, we knew an enemy destroyer had to be lurking somewhere within the nebula. Our impaired visibility and diminished sensor range made locating their base of operations difficult. Command hoped our offensive against the 2 Sheevan cruisers would lure the destroyer from its hiding place. Under these circumstances, there was nothing you could have done to save that corvette from destruction. Admiral Petrock has informed me that the 107th may be called in to reinforce the vessels attacking the Ravana. Suit up for your next sortie, pilot. This is Lieutenant Samsa. The Allied attack against the SD Ravana has deteriorated. We have lost the GTD Delacroix, and the surviving warships in the battle group are damaged. Petrock is scrambling the 107th to assist. Command will also sortie the GVC Somptus and the GTC Yakiba. Once they cross the subspace portal, we will move them into position. For this mission, we'll fly the GTB Boanerdzes, the Alliance's new attack bomber. The Boanerdzes maximizes shielding and payload, while offering enough maneuverability to make it a viable tactical unit. The bomber won't handle as well as the Herc-2, so stay on the move. Bombers make easy targets. With our Cyclops torpedoes, we'll have the firepower to take out the Ravana. If you're too far from the target, the flak guns will neutralize your bomb, so get as close as possible. Once you fire your salvo, hit your burners to get clear of the blast. The Cyclops has an extensive lock time and countdown. If we succeed, we will have secured the jump node between the Nebula and Gamma Draconis. If we fail, we pave the way for a Sheevan invasion of our systems. Good luck, pilot. We know you can do it.
So, question is, from training, did you learn how to use aspect seekers? And also, do you learn, or have you learned how to target subsystems? If the answer is no to those, then, oops. Wait, hang on a second, what? X those out. These bombs are topped off. Tempests and Cyclops for me. Everyone else can only carry Hornets. Alright, rather than a Boanerges, I'm just gonna bring our big surfboard with brakes underneath it. I do like being able to defend myself against fighters, so yeah, I would like a big Tempest.
Roger that. I've acquired sensor lock on the Ravana. The destroyer is currently out of range. No visual on Allied ships, but we can see their cannon signature. Objective neutralized.
Bombers, close in on the Ravana. We must end this now.
Roger that, Command. Warheads are armed and ready. Watch the friendly fire! You get hit, you won't make it to your own service!
Weapons system on this thing again? Thank you.
Help me!
Have you considered not sucking bombers?
The Ravana's hull integrity has fallen below critical. Destruction of primary target is imminent. Ravana objective neutralized. All units return to base.
Bandits incoming! Roger that.
Cool.
Yes, sir. I'm out of here.
Thank you, Big Surfboard. You saved my ass.
For your extraordinary record of confirmed kills, you have achieved the status of Triple Ace. The destruction of the Ravana is the most significant victory over the Shivans since the end of the Great War. We have secured the subspace node linking the nebula with Gamma Draconis, and we have demonstrated our technological superiority over our Great War nemesis. We have proven without a doubt that we have the firepower to neutralize any Shivan threat. A new class of intercept fighter will be stationed on board the Aquitaine. I have recommended that you be transferred to this unit. Interceptors are fast, high-performance fighters requiring pilots with good reflexes. You've got the talent for it, and you'll represent the Ravens well. Command has ordered the Aquitaine to return to the Capella system. Admiral Petrock will brief the crew about our upcoming operation.
And a Ravana scratch to my name. I'll take it.
Lieutenant Commander Cordova here. Welcome to the 242nd Suicide Kings, pilot. I've heard from unofficial channels that the rebels have launched a surprise attack in the Epsilon Pegasi system. Details at this point are sketchy below phi-level clearance, and Command is in no hurry to fill us in. Petrock says he'll brief the Aquitaine when we reach Capella. The GTA formed the Suicide Kings in the Great War, when the old Valkyrie fighter went into service after the Shivan attack on Ross 128. The 242nd was stationed on the Galatea back then, and our first mission was the capture of Lieutenant Alexander McCarthy. We all studied the McCarthy trials in school, pilot. We're part of history here, though the Galatea is long gone, and the Valkyrie has since been retired. The Perseus is the next-generation interceptor, the fastest fighter in the GTVA. Our primary combat role is charging bombers and chasing down warheads. We're also assigned to surgical strikes against bigger warships. We're not called the Suicide Kings for nothing, pilot. We earn that name on every mission. For that reason, I suggest you review the Perseus training modules as soon as possible. There you'll learn how to target bombs and turrets, and everything else you need to serve in an intercept squadron. You are now authorized to use the GTM-43A Stiletto II missile, designed to incapacitate subsystems. The 43A improves on the original Stiletto design by modifying its guidance systems and disruptor charge. The Stiletto also boasts a more powerful propulsion system, increasing its speed and effective range.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-122X, Advanced Qualification for the Perseus Intercept Fighter.
The Perseus, at least, is not as made of glass like the Valkyrie is, so pray for that. It's not as fast purely as the Valkyrie, though.
36 hours ago, the NTF launched a full-scale offensive in Epsilon Pegasi, taking the GTVA 6th Fleet by surprise. Commanding his forces from the NTD Repulse, Rear Admiral Koth leads the rebel advance. With 75% of our forces in this system decimated, the regional death toll since the incursion now exceeds 80,000. Unless we act quickly, decisive rebel victory is imminent. The GTD Aquitaine will lead the Allied counterstrike against Koth and his warships. We will resupply in Capella before shipping out to the front. We have also learned our campaign in Sirius has failed. A two-pronged offensive launched from Alpha Centauri and Deneb encountered fierce resistance. Unless we can devise a military solution for dealing with the rebels, GTVA will be forced to recognize the NTF's authority in Sirius, Regulus, and Polaris. Allied engineers, in the meantime, are developing and adapting technologies that will enable us to fight more effectively in the nebula. Dr. Hargrove and her research team continue to study the subspace portal. Their findings have been classified Level 5. Until the situation in Epsilon Pegasi has been normalized, the GTVA will suspend its operations in the nebula.
This is Lieutenant Commander Cordova, leader of the 242nd Suicide Kings. Welcome to Epsilon Pegasi, pilots. NF Station, the Alliance's base of operations in this system, is now under attack. Though we have destroyed the NTC Outrage, the Cato continues to bombard the installation with heavy beam fire. Evacuation of civilian personnel on board NF Station is now in progress. As you know, civilians are protected under the Beta Aquila Convention, but the NTF has rejected that treaty and its provisions. Fortunately, most of the civilian convoy has jumped safely to the Capella jump node. Your mission is to defend NF Station. As leader of Alpha Wing, you will command your squad mates to destroy the fighters and warships besieging our installation. If the rebels sortie their Zeus bombers, intercept the warheads before they impact the base. Allied forces are engaging the rebels throughout the system. As resources become available, they will be deployed to assist you. Until we get these reinforcements, however, holding down the fort is all up to you. This sortie will be the first combat field test of the Perseus Intercept fighter. So let's put on a good show.
This should do.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
NTF fighters, you are firing upon a civilian vessel. Break off your attack.
NF station here. NTF bombers are closing in.
Alpha, we need some fighter cover on the Calypso. Hold back the rebels so the civilians can escape. Intercept the bombs before they hit the installation. We must not lose that base.
I need to rearm.
Well done. The NTC Cato has been destroyed.
This is the GTFR Calypso. We have cleared NF station. Now engaging subspace drive.
This is the Mannheim. We have set course for the Capella jump node. Activating jump drive now.
This is NF station. We have sustained moderate damage. All breached levels have been sealed off. Engineering
That hurt.
Rearming complete, sir. You're good.
Command, this is NF station. A new wing of bombers has jumped in. Request immediate fighter cover.
Probably should not tell them to engage the Hawkwood, because otherwise, yeah, all of my other fighters have essentially just committed suicide.
Bandits incoming! I'm reading an incoming jump signature. Configuration unknown. Hull integrity failing. Get me out of here, Command! Affirmative.
IFF status is friendly. Meet the Colossus, the largest spacefaring warship ever constructed.
This is the GTVA Colossus. Fighters stand clear of hostile warships. All batteries, fire at will.
We have defeated the Hawkwood. Return space pilots. Mission accomplished.
Yes, sir. I'm out of here.
I copy. Engaging jump drive now.
Colossus, maintain your current position. You will defend NF Station until relieved.
Tis a big ship.
In your courageous defense of NF Station, you were eyewitness to an historic moment. The first combat deployment of the GTVA Colossus. You and your wing also showed us what the Perseus intercept fighter can do. Against overwhelming odds, you repelled an attack against a facility of the utmost strategic importance for the Alliance. The commander of NF Station personally extends his gratitude, pilot. I can see you'll make a fine addition to the Suicide Kings. The Alliance has won battle after battle throughout the system, crushing the NTC Rapier, the NTC Explorer, and the NTD Normandy. These victories have stalled the rebel advance, and now with the help of the Colossus, we will push them back into the Polaris system, securing Epsilon Pegasi once and for all. For demonstrating exceptional skill in combat, you are hereby awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross.
The following is classified level row. Unauthorized access is punishable under the GTVA Security Act, Deneb Convention, Section 2135. We vanquished the Shivans in the Great War, but the hard questions remain. How would we confront the threat of future invasion? The Shivans might return at any time, any place, without warning. How would we fight the next threat to the very existence of our species? In 2345, on the 10th anniversary of the Shivan attack on Ross 128, the Vasudan Emperor Khonsu II addressed the newly formed GTVA General Assembly. The Emperor inaugurated an ambitious and unprecedented joint endeavor, the GTVA Colossus.
Together we built a civilization in the ruins of the Great War, and now we stand on the threshold of a new era of prosperity and harmony. In Project Colossus, the Vasudan people celebrate a renewed covenant of peaceful coexistence and mutual defense of our Terran allies.
The Colossus is the most powerful spacefaring warship ever constructed. Spanning 6 kilometers from bow to stern, the Colossus has taken over 20 years to complete. 12 Lucifer-class destroyers can fit within its massive hull. Its state-of-the-art weaponry includes 45 laser turrets, 15 flak guns, 12 missile batteries, and 12 beam cannons. The Colossus wields more firepower than 5 Orion-class destroyers combined. 60 fighter and bomber wings are housed in its vast hangar, and its crew numbers over 30,000. Among its major contractors are industry giants Triton Dynamics, Subak Innis, and the Akaton Corporation. The Alliance now wages war on multiple fronts. In Deneb, Alpha Centauri, Epsilon Pegasi, and the mysterious nebula beyond Gamma Draconis. Once deployed, the Colossus will end these conflicts swiftly and decisively. If ever the Shivans return to threaten our worlds, we will be ready to face the challenge, securing peace for today and for generations to come.
The 242nd will escort a supply convoy as it makes its rendezvous with the GTVA Colossus. As we prepare the Colossus for the Allied counterattack, we must handle the logistics of supplying and maintaining this warship. Convoys of transports, gas miners, and freighters have been deployed for this purpose. The Colossus will jump in and rendezvous with your convoy at the Capella jump node, located on the far side of an asteroid field. The area has been the site of intense fighting and rebel activity. Intelligence believes the rebels might attempt to attack our supply convoys rather than challenge the Colossus directly. You will be leading Alpha Wing. the main escort component. Your mission is to defend the GTFR Paracombe, the GTG Avila, and the GVG Juyun. The Avila and Juyun are mining vessels designed to collect fuel from gas giants for the reactors that power the Colossus. The Vasudans have dispatched a wing of Serapis fighters to guard the Juyun. You do not have command over this unit. However, the 242nd Suicide Kings are responsible for the Juyun's safety. 18 months of civil war are beginning to strain Terran-Vasudan relations, especially in contested systems. See to it the Juyun survives.
Or else the rebels will make Egg Foo Young out of it. Or else Kurtwood Smith is gonna say, would you like me to put a giant Colossus-sized foot up your ass? Been a while since I ordered Egg Foo Young from a Chinese restaurant. Probably do that again one of these days. Anyways.
We're heading into the asteroid field now, Command. We're approximately 23 kilometers from the Capella jump node.
I'm picking up hostile indicators on my radar. I can't get a lock. Might be nothing but asteroid interference. I'm on it.
That's wishful thinking, pilot. Proceed with caution and stay close to the convoy.
Command, a rebel sentry gun is activated 1,000 meters from the convoy.
Destroy it, but be careful, Alpha. The NTF seem to have an ambush in the works. Keep an eye out for hostile fighters.
IFF confirmed. Hostile.
The rebels have sortied their Medusa bombers. Intercept them before they fire their missiles. We must protect that convoy.
Yeah, they're like, we ran out of Cyclopses. Best we could do was just a bunch of tsunamis that were sitting in cold storage.
Heads up, enemy wing closing in.
incoming!
Come to us.
This is the GTC parapet. We have orders to blockade the Capella jump node, and we must not leave our position. We will sortie a wing of Perseus fighters to assist. Good luck, pilots.
The NTC Maelstrom has entered the asteroid field. When it gets in range, the cruiser will fire its forward beam cannon at the convoy. Alpha 1, you are ordered to neutralize that turret.
All units in the vicinity of the Capella jump node, Mayday! Our convoy is under attack. Repeat, our convoy is under attack.
Well done, pilot. The Maelstrom's main gun has been neutralized.
Objective neutralized.
Excellent work, pilots. We have destroyed the Maelstrom.
Affirmative.
Okay.
This is the GTVA Colossus. We have reached the rendezvous point. Now deploying transports. Theta Wing, stand watch. Alpha, the situation is now under control. You may return to base.
Cool beans.
Thank you for your escort, Alpha Wing.
Yes, sir. I'm out of here.
Excellent job, pilot. The convoy made its rendezvous with the Colossus without losing a single ship. as the other freighters and gas miners transfer their payload to the Colossus, the Alliance is making final preparations for our attack against Admiral Kopp and the NTD Repulse. A demonstration of our ultimate weapon should force the rebel leadership to reconsider their territorial ambitions. GTVA units throughout the system report a successful coordinated strike against NTF targets. Command is confident the long stalemate in Epsilon Pegasi will soon come to a favorable resolution. By clearing out the rebel sentry guns in the asteroid field, you have significantly reduced the danger posed to future convoys on this route. Your initiative may save many lives. The Alliance will now take the Colossus on the offensive. We intend to break the back of the rebel fleet in Epsilon Pegasi, and the 242nd will play a pivotal role. Rear Admiral Koth is somewhere in this system. He will not commit the repulse unless it's absolutely necessary. Your job is to create that necessity. To lure Koth into our trap, the first phase of the mission will involve an attack against the rebel cruisers Majestic and Refute. They are defended by a complement of 12 Hercules-class fighters. With the speed and agility of the Perseus, you should be able to outmaneuver the Hercs and take them down. Your primary objective will be to eliminate the fighter escort. This will pave the way for the GTC Rampart and our bomber wings, which will deliver the main thrust of the strike. Our plan is to damage the rebel cruisers while presenting the smallest credible threat. If the rebels think our force consists of nothing more than a Leviathan and a few errant bombers, they may capitalize on this advantage and sortie their fleet. For this reason, the cruisers must not be destroyed before their reinforcements enter the field of engagement. If Koth sends in the Repulse to finish the job, Command will deploy the Colossus to strike the final blow. Your secondary objective will be to defend the Rampart during this phase of the battle. The cruiser will probably sustain damage from the earlier exchange. Good luck, Alpha.
Alright, so yeah, for interceptor reasons, can keep the Perseus. I'll keep it myself. Our idea is to just keep a defensive line around the Rampart. You can use Herc 2s. Damn.
Alpha, your primary objective is to intercept the escort. The rebel cruisers have anti-fighter guns. Stay out of range to avoid them.
Affirmative.
suck begins. Lure these guys away and hopefully not get beamed too much. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm gonna get beamed.
Proceed with caution, Alpha. Those anti-fighter beams have an effective range of 1,500 meters. Try to lure the escorts away from their cruisers.
Bandit on your tail.
The escort fighters are closing in on you, Alpha. Lure them back to the rampart.
Check your six!
Fucking hate that part. And no, yeah, they don't give you the rock guy because, won't have to sneeze on those cruisers.
and rearm if you need to, Alpha. Zeta Wing will take it from here. We'll need you to stand by in case more rebel fighters jump in. Sensors picking up a wing of rebel Lokis, designation Libra. Seek and destroy.
Rearming complete, sir. You're good to go.
Excellent here. Ready to engage. This is Zeta Wing. We've delivered the goods and are returning to base.
I had a wing here. If we hit these cruisers any harder, there won't be any bait left in the trap. We're bugging out.
The NTC Majestic has been destroyed. Admiral Cox's destroyer has jumped in. The NTD repulsed. The big fish has devoured our bait. Now sitting in the Colossus. Deploying his fighter wings. Alpha, we need you to intercept. Destroy Ares' wing. Signature. Friendly configuration. The Colossus is now on station. We have eliminated the NTC refuge.
This is the GTVA Colossus. Admiral Cox, You are ordered to power down your vessel immediately and surrender. The Polaris jump node is blockaded. There is no escape.
Affirmative. I have no intention of escaping, Colossus, nor will I surrender. Even if I send my crew to hell with you, this monstrosity will be destroyed.
The Repulse has set a collision course for the Colossus.
Don't be absurd, Koff. You are sacrificing 10,000 lives for nothing.
Your cynicism appalls me, Colossus. I have 10,000 officers and crew willing to die for Neoterra. The tyranny of your regime is finished. Admiral Koff out.
Evacuating forward decks 400 through 1200. Bringing turrets to bear. Auxiliary bridge standby. All hands brace for impact.
Yeah, let's try the ramming speed trick. That'll do wonders.
What's your status?
Damage is minimal here, Command. If only Koff had surrendered instead of playing martyr, his crew would still be alive.
This operation will mark the beginning of the end for the NTF. Well done, pilots. The area is secure. All hostile targets have been neutralized. Return to base.
Yes, sir. I'm out of here. I copy. Engaging jump drive now.
The Alliance has declared a decisive victory in Epsilon Pegasi. With our blockade of the Polaris jump node, all rebel forces in the system have surrendered. In recognition of your contributions to the Allied victory, you are hereby awarded the Epsilon Pegasi Liberation Medal. The GTVA Security Council and General Assembly extend their gratitude for your service. Admiral Petrarch has requested recommendations for the 134th Barracuda Squadron, a combat evaluation unit. I have forwarded your name as an outstanding candidate. The primary role of the 134th is the field testing of new technologies. In my estimation, you will excel in this challenging position. However, I have also learned that Special Operations Command requires a volunteer for an extremely dangerous operation. If you choose to pursue this course, your assignment with the 134th will be waiting for you upon your return. The decision is yours, pilot.
I hate the 134th missions with a passion. Yeah, let's go with Special Ops.
You have volunteered for a covert assignment with Special Operations Command in conjunction with Galactic Terran Vasudan Intelligence. Our primary objective is to provide the Alliance with accurate and comprehensive information regarding the tactics, technologies, activities, and strategic objectives of forces hostile to the GTVA. Missions with the Special Operations Command are carried out deep in enemy territory with minimal logistical support. Our behind-the-lines activities include infiltration, sabotage, surgical strikes, and intelligence gathering. You will be working undercover within the Neo-Terran front, leading Alpha Wing of the 185th Fighter Squadron. Your contact in this mission is Lieutenant Commander Christopher Snipes, an Allied officer who staged his defection to the NTF 6 months ago. As Squadron Leader of the 185th, Snipes will advise you of your mission objectives both as an NTF pilot and as an Allied operative. You will be equipped with a device that will enable you and Snipes to communicate over a secure frequency in battle. NTF ships will interpret your transmissions as targeting data. The focus of this covert operation is the NTF's ETAC project.
Because access to information is restricted to the highest echelon, our knowledge here is limited. ETAC involves the development of a new cutting-edge technology, possibly a weapon of mass destruction. Admiral Bosch oversees the project directly, and the rebels are constructing a prototype on the Iceni command ship. We need to get a closer look. Even a scan of the Iceni would be valuable. We are working with the full cooperation of Vasudan Tactical Command and the Terran 6th Fleet. The probability that you will engage Allied fighters will be minimal. However, should you come under Allied attack, you have limited authorization to return fire in self-defense or to complete your mission objectives as defined by Lieutenant Commander Snipes. Show restraint and use your judgment.
This is Lieutenant Commander Snipes. For all you replacement pilots, welcome to the 185th. As you know, Admiral Cox's defeat in Epsilon Pegasi has opened the Polaris system to Allied attack. At 1425 hours, GTVA expeditionary forces crossed our jump node blockade. The Colossus won't be far behind. Bosch isn't taking chances. We're moving the Iceni command ship to the Regulus system, where Bosch will install his provisional government. We've practiced this drill before, pilots. Alpha and Beta Wing will escort the Iceni to the jump node. Delta, you're on standby. The Regulus node is located within a small asteroid field. Our job is to clear a path. Asteroids on a collision course with the Iceni will be indicated in white brackets on your HUD. That's how you know which asteroids to shoot. The gunners on the Iceni will help us out, so we shouldn't have too much trouble.
Yeah, where have I heard that before? Also, it's an asteroid defense mission. This blows chunks.
Alpha 1, do you copy? We're on a secure channel. We need a scan of the Iceni. Target the warship and close to 600 meters. Keep the ship's lead indicator in the center of your reticle. What's that science cruiser doing out here? NTF Command never briefed me about it. Must have something to do with ETAC. That's strange. I don't know what any of this means. We'll see what our analysts come up with back home. Nice job, pilot. Never know what you're gonna find till you take a look.
Allied forces now jumping in. We've got a Mentu-class cruiser with fighter escort and a wing of bombers. All units, defend the Iceni.
Alright kids, here's the game plan. Take out fighters and bombers first, then blast that cruiser back to Vasuda Prime. Something's wrong here. Command said the Vasudans wouldn't attack until the Iceni left Polaris. We've been double-crossed or these Vasudans are not following orders. It's an us or them situation, pilot. Alright, here are the rules. Neutralize anything that attacks the Iceni. Take out beam turrets and shoot down bombs. They fire on you, fire right back. If you don't defend yourself, you'll die out here, Alpha 1. These Vasudans are renegades.
Received an update from the Epsilon Pegasi blockade. More Vasudan warships are on their way. The Iceni will proceed to the Regulus node as planned. All units, defend the Iceni and the Hinton. They must reach the Regulus system. The future of Neoterra depends on it.
Oh, this is where the shit begins.
on your HUD.
Okay, I don't have to worry about that nightmare anymore. Since that beam cannon's gone, I just have to worry about asteroid defense right now. Ah! Shit! Yeah, as long as that beam turret's knocked out, we're fine. No, they didn't. It was an asteroid that did the hinting in. Wanna know why? Because Beta didn't do jack shit. You guys are having freaking trouble with one sandy boy fighter.
Let's get back to base on the double.
Alright, pilot, I've got some good news and some bad news. Good news is we got the Iceni to Regulus. The scan data you collected has been transmitted to the GTVI, and our operation to uncover the secret of ETAC continues as planned. The bad news is we're in a lot more danger than I think you realize. The Vasudan warships were under the command of Admiral Amos, who had full knowledge of our activities. The fact the Vasudans knew the exact time and position of the Iceni's departure has made the rebels just a little suspicious. As usual, the GTVA is overplaying its hand. Amos and his subordinates now face a court-martial for insubordination. The Rebs are all over that one. Not only did the Admiral know the position of the Iceni, he wasn't authorized to act on that information. Our squadron will be high on the NTF's list of suspects. One more thing. The pilots under Amos's command had been informed of his renegade status before they launched their attack. Under these circumstances, we had little choice but to return fire or blow the entire operation. Watch your back, pilot. This ain't gonna get any easier.
Oh, jeez. What kind of shit did I sign up for?
As you have no doubt already heard, the GVD Samtic has destroyed the NTD Cyrene, flagship of the Sirius fleet. As bad as things look in Polaris, the situation in Sirius is even worse. Bosch has redeployed our battle group to reinforce NTF positions in that system. We arrive in Sirius in 6 hours. The 185th will be deployed immediately to rendezvous with the NTT Sunder. Our mission will be to escort the transport back to the Regulus jump node. The cargo on board the Sunder has been classified well beyond my level of clearance. Let's just say if the Sunder goes down, so do we. The Alliance is fighting to secure the Alpha Centauri and Deneb jump nodes, so intelligence believes the risk of engagement will be low. Of course, that's what they told us in Polaris, where we got jumped by half the Vasudan armada. Expect the unexpected, kids, and report to the flight deck at 1310 sharp. Dismissed.
Okay. This'll be fine. Half-ass loads for the rest of them, huh? I'm not gonna question it. 7 wings for an entire transport, huh? Must be some very sensitive cargo.
Mayday! Mayday! Reactor core breach on all fighters! Half the squad is down! Command, copy! We've been set up! Alpha 1 and Beta 1 are traitors! We've been sabotaged!
Sorry I couldn't warn you, Alpha 1. I rigged these fighters with jamming devices and core detonators. The crew chief of the 185th is an Allied operative, so she helped me out. These detonators were a piece of junk. I even followed the directions. At least we mopped up quickly. Spies like us call it sanitizing. The jamming devices should have blocked their transmissions to Rebel Command. But with the luck we're having, the NTF Armada will arrive any second now. Our mission, Alpha 1, is to hijack the NTT Sunder. The transport pilot is one of us, so he'll follow course. We need to make the rebels think the Sunder has been destroyed. A decoy transport will arrive in a few minutes.
It's an IFF copier and hijacker with the signature, huh? Alright.
Stand easy, pilots. We received a partial transmission reporting a reactor core breach. What happened to your squad?
We were ambushed by an Allied heavy recon unit flying some new kind of fighter. They splashed my squad and jumped before we could take them down.
New kind of fighter, huh? You can tell us all about it at your debriefing. Why don't you rearm and repair, and we'll help you finish your escort. We've got more backup in transit, Alpha and Beta. We just need to hold down the fort a few minutes.
Some of that transmission got through. I can't tell if they're onto us or not. Let's play their game for now. I've got some friends coming, so don't panic. Alpha 1, engage rebel fighters. Break to attack. Go, go, go! Meet the 99th Skulls, Special Operations Command, the elite of the elite. Those fighters they're flying are the Erinyes class. As far as anyone else knows, they don't even exist. You see the Hamako? That's the new AWACS ship. We're using it to block all enemy transmissions. As long as that ship remains operational, no one on the outside will know what we're up to. As far as the NTF is concerned, we're still loyal and devoted rebel pilots. So watch the Hamako, alright? If we lose the AWACS, our cover's blown for good. The NTC Miley has jumped in. Watch the flak.
As long as you have like 2 or 3 guys guarding the Hamako, it'll be fine. Have everyone else defend the Sunder.
Nice shooting. Miley has been neutralized. Keep your eye on the ball, kids. We're almost there. But if that decoy doesn't get here real soon, we'll have to bail. Here comes the Hellespont, Aeolus class. Okay, we've got the Naxos jumping in with the decoy. About time you guys made it. Let's secure the area and bring it on home.
Cool. Smooth sailing from here. I hope. Yeah, just the Hercules Mark II was done a little bit dirty in its debut missions. Got a missile boat on one hand, a relatively high-endurance craft on the other. Relatively.
We'll now scuttle this decoy transport. If the Rebs think we destroyed the Sunder, they won't know how much we know. We'll also be able to continue our covert operation. Of course, that's if they don't hang us for failing the mission. We might be pushing our luck here, but what the hell? Alright, Alpha 1, all we need to do is wait for the NTF. Hold your position.
This is the NTCV Severin, 2nd Battle Group Regulus. What's your status, pilots? We were instructed to rendezvous with a transport.
Severin, you're late. Basudin's blasted my entire squad and 2 cruisers out here. You want a rendezvous? Scan that debris field. That's the Sunder right there. You're a disgrace to the NTF, Severin. I'm filing a report.
Stand down, Beta 1. We followed our orders to the letter. Now get back to base before the Basudins return. There's nothing more we can do out here.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks to our heist, the Sunder is now in Allied custody. With our scan of the Iceni and the capture of the rebel transport, the GTVI can begin to unravel the secret of Bosch's ETAC project. The CO of the Severin has taken the brunt of Bosch's wrath for the Sunder's alleged destruction. The captain and his lieutenants have faced a summary court-martial and will be executed at 0700. When you sign up for the wrong outfit, you get what you deserve. This doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. The Rebs are nuts, but they're not slow. It won't take them long to figure out our involvement in this attack, and the Vasudin ambush in Polaris was more than just coincidence. If it looks like they're onto you, your duty as an operative of the GTVI is to escape and report everything you know to Allied forces. Understood?
So what happened? Is it just toss their asses out the airlock, or is it just a hanging in the hangar bay? Or firing line into target range? Take your pick.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Jack Niven, your new squadron leader. Commander Snipes has been reassigned, so until further notice, you'll get your orders from me. With the 13th and 11th Vasudin battle groups advancing, we have a hard fight ahead of us. If we lose Sirius, our backs will be against the wall. The NTF has fought too hard to surrender now. The 4th Fleet, based in Vega, is providing the Vasudins with logistical support. They've established a cargo depot near the Alpha Centauri jump node. Recon reports a perimeter defense of 16 sentry guns, with fighter patrols inspecting the depot at regular intervals. The 185th has been called in to sever that supply line. All targets are of Terran construction. Our attack will be timed between fighter patrols. Our objective is to destroy all cargo and sentry guns. Once we secure the area, we'll be in a position to ambush Allied targets. The attack should lure the enemy to the depot and improve our odds in more critical engagements deeper within the system.
Hostile target inbound. It's a troop transport, Elysium class. This one's all yours, Alpha 1. We'll cover you while you destroy the transport.
Hold your fire! No military personnel are on board this transport. We are evacuating civilians to Alpha Centauri. An attack on this vessel is a violation of the Beta Aquilae Convention.
Show them what you think of the Beta Aquilae Convention, pilot. So whose side are you on, Alpha 1? Whose orders are you gonna follow? Make your decision now, pilot. Time's up, pilot. We know all about you. You set us up on Polaris and you destroyed the Sunder. Now you'll face the firing squad. Sorry you won't live to get your medal, pilot.
Alpha 1, this is Allied Command. We are deploying reinforcements now. Hang in there. Help is on the way. Subspace drive should be back online. Sorry, you've outlived your usefulness as a deep cover operative, pilot. Return to base for reassignment.
You know you're a fucking ungrateful prick, you know that, Command?
We are lucky to get you back alive, pilot. Our deep cover operatives stashed vital schematic data in your fighter's onboard computer. With this information, GTVI analysts will be able to unravel the enigma of Bosch's ETAC project. These operatives also advised us of your impending execution. Unfortunately, we have no information concerning the whereabouts or status of Lieutenant Commander Snipes. We fear the odds of his survival are not favorable. In recognition of your outstanding service to the Galactic Terran Vasudan Intelligence and Special Operations Command, you are hereby awarded the Distinguished Intelligence Cross. With this honor, you are now one of an elite few. We will bring you as far as Vega, where you'll catch a transport back to Capella. You'll rendezvous with the Aquitaine and continue with your next squadron assignment. Congratulations on a successful tour with the GTVI.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna hate the next series of missions, so I'm gonna save the salt for next time. May not be next Tuesday though. I'll see if I can cram one in on Saturday or Sunday, but we'll see. We'll see. Triple Ace, and this is only my second playthrough, at least on this file. The Salt Fest will continue next time. Good night, you guys. And yeah, it's a bunch of vitriol and bile I'll be saying next time. I just hate the 134 missions with it. Shit. Kind of contemplating whether I want to try to 100% those. I think the answer is probably no. Eh.